in Paris, France, in circumstances that remain deeply troubling and under active investigation. He was 58 years old at the time of his death. The news of his sudden passing spread rapidly across South Africa and beyond, causing shockwaves within political circles, the diplomatic community, and among citizens who remembered his long, complicated career within the African National Congress. Mthethwa, who had only been serving as South Africa's ambassador to France and its permanent delegate to UNESCO since 2024, was reported missing by his wife after she received what authorities later described as a worrying message. French police began tracing his phone, which briefly pinged near the Bois de Boulogne, a large park in western Paris, before searches were carried out in the vicinity. Not long after, his body was discovered near the Hyatt Regency Paris Étoile, a high-rise hotel in the Port Maillot district, one of the busiest areas of the French capital. According to multiple reports, Nathi Mthethwa had apparently fallen from the 22nd floor of the hotel. French prosecutors later confirmed that the secure window of his room had been forced open, raising troubling questions about how exactly the fall occurred. At the moment, investigators have not publicly confirmed whether his death was the result of an accident, a suicide, or foul play, and an official inquiry remains ongoing. This uncertainty has left his family, colleagues, and the South African public in a state of confusion and distress as they await clarity from French authorities. His sudden disappearance, followed by the shocking discovery of his body, created a sense of mystery around his final hours in Paris, a city where he was meant to represent South Africa on one of its most visible diplomatic stages. To understand the impact of his passing, it is important to reflect on the career that brought him to such a high-profile diplomatic posting. Born on 23 January 1967 in KwaZulu-Natal, Nathi Mthethwa joined the African National Congress during the years of struggle against apartheid, and after the democratic transition, he rose through the ranks of the party. By 2002, he was serving in Parliament, and he soon became a trusted figure within ANC leadership. Over the following years, he was appointed to multiple ministerial roles. His most notable appointment was as Minister of Police, where he oversaw the security apparatus of the nation. Later, he became Minister of Arts and Culture, and eventually Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, serving under different ANC administrations. His tenure was not without controversy. During the 2012 Marikana massacre, in which dozens of striking miners were shot and killed by police, his role as the political head of policing came under sharp scrutiny. Critics accused him of failing to prevent the tragedy and of making public statements that some believe encouraged a harsh police response. Throughout his career, he also faced allegations linked to police intelligence slush funds and misuse of resources, though he consistently denied wrongdoing. Despite these controversies, Mthethwa remained close to the center of ANC politics for decades. His loyalty to the party leadership and his ability to navigate factional tensions allowed him to survive politically, where others might have been sidelined. His appointment in 2024 as ambassador to France and UNESCO delegate was seen by some as a diplomatic reward after years of political service, and by others as a way to move him out of domestic controversies. In Paris, he was expected to represent South Africa's cultural and political interests on an international stage. Yet just a year into this posting, his sudden death has not only cut short his diplomatic mission, but has also reopened debates about his legacy at home. The circumstances of his death remain particularly painful for his family. His wife, who raised the alarm after receiving his last message, was the first to fear that something had gone terribly wrong. French police acted quickly, but the chain of events, the message, the phone trace, the hotel stay, and the fall, continues to puzzle investigators. For the South African public, the image of a long-serving minister and ambassador found dead under such mysterious conditions in a foreign capital feels almost surreal. His funeral arrangements are now being discussed by the South African government, and tributes from political leaders across the ANC and opposition parties have poured in. Some have remembered him for his dedication and long service, while others have pointed out the controversies that will forever be linked to his name. Ultimately, the death of Nathi Mthethwa is more than just the passing of a senior political figure. It is the end of a complex career that reflected both the achievements and the failures of South Africa's post-apartheid political landscape. His life was marked by loyalty to the ANC, decades of service in government, moments of deep controversy, and finally, a tragic and mysterious end in Paris. As investigations continue in France, his family and his nation wait for answers, while his legacy, both the positive contributions and the painful controversies, will continue to be debated for years to come.